Hey, Chris. So, this is kind of work I do for my clients when they tell me they are interested in a particular industry or they want to figure out how to make money in whatever stock or company they want to invest in. So, when you said pickleball stocks, I didn't even know that there were any companies. I don't follow every stock in the stock market. I mean, there are over 20,000 stocks. I mostly just trade leveraged securities for myself and commodities because you can make money much faster that way. But, for people who don't have time to concentrate on this every day, you can swing trade um, companies and look at their charts. So anyway, when you said pickleball stocks, I didn't know there were any pickleball stocks, but I just quickly went to Google, typed in best pickleball stocks, and came up with this company, LTH. And when you read what they do, for those looking to invest in the pickleball phenomenon, this seems like a worthwhile company because, they own a network of, it says here, 160 athletic clubs. And I guess they're starting to convert a lot of those clubs into more and more pickleball courts, as we see going on at our club and other places that are popping up around the GTA. And even you said yourself you wanted to open up a pickleball club. So it's a good idea, if you can manage something like that and make it work. So anyway, when I see this LTH, the first thing I do is I go to this free website, Finviz, and it tells me, I type in LTH. It tells me the industry they're in, leisure, consumer cyclical, and it gives me their price chart. And I'll look at their price chart in a sec, but it also tells me all about the company, how many shares are outstanding, and all kinds of pertinent details. I don't really look at fundamentals very much. Fundamentals are kind of hard to interpret and figure out, when a certain fundamental is going to take over and reflect in the movement of the stock price of the company. But you can spend greater detail yourself going on and looking at all. I know what all these metrics mean, and if I really concentrate on them, you as well, you can start to form a picture, a mental picture of, not a mental picture, but form a picture of what's really happening within the company, and then you can start monitoring all this kind of stuff. It's what long-term investors should probably do. I'm more of a short-term investor where I'm trying to take advantage. If you went to my website, you would have read that I'm trying to take advantage of, like, a trend that lasts for several months and then get out before maybe some bad news hits the company and the trend and the price starts to go down. And you can see that happened actually with LTH, where, for whatever reason, this is a daily chart. So every one of these red and green bars is called a candlestick, and it shows you what happened each day that this stock traded. And, sometime last July in 2023, for whatever reason, the stock just started dropping. And maybe then they were trying to develop, and it cost them a lot of money to convert whatever they're doing into pickleball courts. But usually these big price drops are the catalysts are earnings reports. And you can see, like, on this day that it dropped, it opened at 21 and dropped to 17 or 18, and then it started trending down for a while. It was because of an earnings report, right? Like, analysts were saying that they were going to make 10 cents a share, and they made 2 cents less, and their revenue uh, was estimated to be 565 million. It was 561. So that's what usually happens that starts these trends is bad earnings. And, I mean, you if you were an investor in this stock at this point in time, you would have lost money for several months as it was going down. And it may bounce back up and come all the way up there again, but it may not. That doesn't happen with every company, right? So you want to monitor what's going on in the short term and figure out where you should get in, and that's what I do, and I'll show you that in a second. You can see I monitor all kinds of companies, and these price charts are forming in every company in the world. And just because you think something is an exciting stock, and you're bullish on it's going to go up in price, I mean, doesn't mean the market agrees with you, right? So I'm able to look at these stock charts and trends and figure out with this algorithm I developed, telling me, whether the sellers or the buyers have more control of the movement of the price, whether there's, an oversupply which causes the price to go down, or demand starts to pick up and the trend starts trending up. And right now in this particular stock, although this is a daily chart, if you want to be a longer term investor, you probably want to look at a weekly chart, what's happening. And even on a weekly chart, we're not exactly busting a move to the upside yet. So on a weekly chart, it just looks like, prices consolidating before it makes its next move. Either a new trend will start up. Right now, the 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 sellers have more control of the price of the stock, even though it might be moving up and down. I mean, these things move up and down, every day. You want to get in when price really starts to move in the direction where you're making money, and, you can see in other stocks, like, I don't get married to a single stock. Like, I'll put some of my money in a company if something's on the move, like, you want to be in stocks like this, right? Where the trend, it's a strong trend up. And, there's all kinds of stocks you can look at. And even Apple, a few of the guys at the club were telling me they're invested in Apple. So I was looking at it for them. And, Apple's actually starting to top out, and it's in a short-term downtrend. So this happens in every stock in the world, and you can get software like this and start monitoring companies yourself if you have the interest and you have the time. But I do this for people who work with me and are my clients as well. So right now, if you wanted to say, hey, buy some of this company, or maybe you can find other stocks that are widely traded that are benefiting from the pickleball phenomenon, you'd have to do your own research and then see if they're publicly traded. I wouldn't really invest any money in something that is not publicly traded, because that means it's going to be a very illiquid investment. They'll take your money, but it's going to be hard to get it out. Whereas, publicly traded companies, you can get in and out at will on any day you want and really control your investments in your portfolio much better. So this particular company, like I said, it's kind of consolidating now. This might be a bottom, but you know, if 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 the next earnings report, like this was the most recent earnings report, and look, they're starting to make money. So you just got to monitor earnings from day to day, and you got to do your own monitoring of companies, right? And if you just blindly buy something, you might wake up, in a few months and find that instead of $15 a share, this is down at $11 a share or $9 a share. And you want to monitor your investments, and that's what I explain to people. Anything you invest in. So anyway, that's all for now, and talk to you when I see you at the club.